So to explain the organizing your thoughts table, I logged in as a student. So everything you see will be how a student would see it on Schoology on your iPad. So I'm logged in as a student into our course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Mathematician Project. This is a tutorial on how to fill out the Mathematician Trading Card section. So I'm going to select the assignment. And it takes me to this page with all of the information on the project. So right here in the middle, you'll see all the requirements for the project, and you can read through those on your own. And then underneath is the rubric broken down into the 5 sections: quality, works cited, organizing thoughts page, presentation, and trading card. Each one's on a 0 to 3 scale, and you can review that on your own. To go ahead and create your table, you're going to press My Document, and you're going to press Connect. And you need to sign in to your Google account. Once you're signed in, it will go ahead and take you to this page. What we're going to do is we're going to press the big green button right in the middle. You got to have Google Spreadsheets already downloaded. So if you don't already have Google Spreadsheets downloaded, you need to download it via self-service before you press this link. So I'm going to click it, and we're going to open it in the app. And we get to edit it now. So once you're in the app, you can go ahead and double tap a section, and the keyboard will come up and it will allow you to type. The sections right here are broken down into 3 major ones: general life facts, significance to society, and big picture. The first thing you should probably do is edit the name off to the side. So I put in Schrodinger here. Since this is a student, I'll delete that because we don't actually need it. And so you're going to fill out this information. The sections right here, going down the middle, should be pretty easy to find. General websites will have that information. The only thing that you might have issues with are date of death, cause of death, and location of death. And that's because if your person's still alive, this information won't be readily available to you. So what you could do is something like unknown or unavailable or not dead to fill in that section. For older people, and when I say older, I mean like ancient Greeks or ancient Middle Eastern or ancient India or Southeast Asia, you might struggle to find some of the dates, especially for birth and death dates, or location of those things, because records just weren't well kept back in ancient times. So date of birth or location of birth might be really difficult as well, in addition to the death information, because just that stuff wasn't readily recorded in ancient times. If you think you're unable to find a piece of historical information, such as the ones I've mentioned, let me know and I'll double check to see if I can find it. And if it truly isn't findable, it's not readily available to you, we'll just leave it blank or fill in a placeholder there. Yellow section, same thing, pretty easy to fill out. The green section is going to be the hardest, but it's also the most important. And this is broken down into the questions: what did they discover? Why are they important to math? Why is their contribution important today? How does this contribution help us? And is there anything we do differently because of their discovery? You're not going to find a website with these answers. It probably does not exist. These are super specific. And you're going to have to really kind of connect the dots. So what did they discover? This is going to be their discoveries in math or science, the specific equations or things that they found. Why was their work, why were those specific discoveries important to mathematics? So was their equation used by another famous scientist to solve a really important problem? Did they discover a theorem which is used throughout algebra or geometry? What did they contribute that's important to math? And then how is that contribution important today? So do we teach calculus differently because of their discovery of a certain math property, or did they discover a constant which was used in lots of different equations? Is there anything that is important today because of their contribution? Their contribution, how does it help us? So for some of us, it might not be things that influence our daily lives, but maybe it was something that helped nuclear physicists or helped biologists or something like that. how did their contribution help us? And when I say us, I mean as a society. And then the last one, do we do anything differently because of their discovery? Do we plan rocket ship trajectories differently? Do we teach calculus differently? Do we monitor the stock market differently? Things like that. Okay, the sections in red and yellow probably could be filled out with just simple phrases, probably don't need full sentences. But for the green section, you're probably going to want full sentences or bullet points that list out all of those ideas. I'm not going to say full sentences are required, but it's probably a good idea, especially if you choose not to use bullet points. This is going to be the hardest section, and you really got to dig deep to figure out the information here. I'd be more than happy to help you if you need help, but you need to reach out if you do, in fact, need help filling out this section. When you're done, you're just going to press a little green check mark, and you're going to go back to Schoology. And then you can press that Submit Assignment button, and it shows up on my end, and you're good to go. Got any questions? Let me know.